In this video, we're going to talk about when do we start moving. And this player here is moving a little bit late and he's a little bit rushed. So it can lead to some problems, albeit not too bad with this player because of his age. He's a little bit older, a high school player. But what I want you to take notice of is our pitcher here and when he lifts his leg and breaks his hands. And then what is our hitter doing? Okay, we know from all of our load videos and rhythm videos that we have to start moving and getting into our back leg before we can get into our front leg. So I want you to focus right here on his back, hip, and thigh. And we're going to see when does he start getting back there and loaded. So right about here, he's getting back and loaded right before his front foot's about to land. The problem is this pitcher is releasing the ball. Okay, so at point of release, just about every big leaguer you're going to find is going to be at the top of their stride. So when the ball comes out, they're going to be at the top of their stride and then coming down. This player is just getting into his back leg, and he hasn't even lifted his front foot off the ground. Okay, that's going to cause problems for rushing, jumping on breaking pitches, not being able to keep our hands back or making adjustments. So if we continue to watch, ball's out of hand. Now he lifts his foot. So now look at his front foot. Ball's out of hand. His foot's going up, and it's going down. So you can imagine how fast that is. Now if we bring him to heel plant now, right here, his front heel is down. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And I want you to notice where his chest is facing. Notice how his front shoulder and his back shoulder are about level to the ground versus his front shoulder down and in. What this means is he's having to get his front shoulder out of the way too early before his front foot hits the ground. Okay, so that is the problem when we rush. When we're late and we have a stride that really is happening after the ball is released. This is very, very common. We'll show you examples of younger players. Just about anybody 12 and under isn't moving until the ball is released. Okay, so we have to nip this in the bud early as coaches, as parents. We have to get the player moving. If you can start that at a young age, at say age 7 or 8, you're going to make life a lot easier for the players going forward. Okay, so again, what's happening is it doesn't give him a chance to get loaded and his hands back. Therefore, we're not getting any separation between our hips and shoulders. In this position here, where his hips start to open a little bit, you'd like to see his chest kind of facing his back knee here. So if we fast forward here to a professional player, this is just a wonderful example and view of, notice the pitcher just broke his hands. And then we'll watch Machado here. His front leg is starting to move. So as the pitcher's bringing his arm back and up, Machado is already in his back leg. Now he's got to pick up his front leg. Now if we notice when the ball is released, we'll go one more frame. Okay, just kind of, here's the ball here. Notice where his front foot is. Now all he has to do is come forward and down once the ball's in the air. It gives him plenty of time to read the pitch. All right, so get your players going a little bit sooner. Get them going. Get them under control. As you know from really the very beginning of when we're working with players in the online academy or the coaches program, we're getting them to move slow and under control. Why are we doing that from stage 1? We're doing that so that when they get into a stressful environment, they don't rush too much and they don't move too late. All right, so get them going early. Get them going under control. It's going to make hitting a lot easier.